If you only have a small garden, a single raised bed, a balcony, a patio, even just a few containers, you cannot afford to waste space on crops that produce once and stop. Every square foot matters. Every plant has to earn its place. And this is where most small gardens quietly fail. They are filled with crops chosen for variety instead of output. A single corn stalk takes up 4 square feet and gives you 1 or 2 ears. A watermelon vine can spread across 20 square feet for a single fruit. Those crops make sense in a large garden. In a small space, they waste most of your potential. The 5 crops in this video are different. These are the highest yielding vegetables per square foot you can grow, not the most exciting, the most productive. And this is the shift that changes everything. The small space gardening is not about growing more plants. It is about choosing plants that produce continuously and using space in a way that compounds over time. These crops all share 3 traits. They produce over a long window, they allow repeated harvests, and they use space efficiently, often vertically, and stay to the end, because crop number 5 is the one that produces more total food per square foot over a full season than almost anything else you can grow, and most people completely overlook it. Crop number 1 is tomatoes, specifically indeterminate tomatoes grown vertically. A single indeterminate tomato plant takes up about 1 square foot of ground space when properly supported. And from that 1 square foot, it can produce 15 to 25 pounds of fruit over a season. That is one of the highest returns you can get from any vegetable. The key is vertical growth. When tomatoes sprawl on the ground, they take up 6 to 8 square feet and produce less due to disease and poor airflow. When grown upward using a stake, cage, or trellis, they concentrate production into a tight footprint while increasing yield. Prune suckers below the first flower cluster to focus early energy into fruit production, then allow upper growth to support continuous harvest. Water deeply and consistently. Small spaces dry out faster than in-ground beds. Choose high-yield varieties like Sun Gold or Sweet Million for continuous production, or larger varieties like Big Beef for heavier fruit. Either way, the output per square foot is unmatched. I grow 2 indeterminate tomatoes in a 4x4 raised bed every year, and they consistently produce more food by weight than the other 12 plants in the bed combined. When people ask me what one crop to grow in a small space, the answer is always the same. Crop number 2 is zucchini. One plant takes up about 3 to 4 square feet, but it earns that space through sheer volume. A healthy zucchini plant produces 8 to 12 pounds of fruit over a season, often more than most gardeners can keep up with. The key is harvesting frequently. Pick fruit at 6 to 8 inches long every 2 to 3 days. If you let fruit grow large, the plant slows down because it shifts energy into seed production. In small spaces, zucchini can also be grown vertically using a cage or stake, reducing its footprint while maintaining output. It is one of the most reliable, high-volume producers you can grow. The challenge with zucchini is not getting it to produce, it is keeping up with it. Most gardeners hit a point in midsummer where they are leaving zucchini on neighbors' doorsteps because one plant is producing more than they can eat. That is a good problem to have in a small garden. Crop number 3 is bush beans. This is the fastest return crop on the list, from seed to harvest in 50 to 60 days. No transplanting, no support structure, no complexity. Just direct sow and harvest. A 3 square foot section can produce 2 to 3 pounds per round. But the real advantage is speed. Because bush beans finish quickly, you can plant multiple rounds in the same space. 2 rounds produce 4 to 6 pounds, 3 rounds can push 6 to 9 pounds in a single season. And while they grow, beans fix nitrogen into the soil, improving conditions for whatever you plant next. This is where small space gardening becomes a system. You are not just growing once, you are cycling production. I always dedicate at least 2 or 3 square feet to bush beans in every small garden I set up because the speed and the soil benefit make them irreplaceable. No other crop lets you harvest, replant, and harvest again this quickly in the same season. Crop number 4 is lettuce and cut and come again greens. This is where most small gardens unlock hidden output. A single head of lettuce gives you one harvest and is done, but loose leaf varieties change that completely. Instead of removing the whole plant, you harvest outer leaves while the center continues growing. That turns one planting into weeks of continuous harvest. In 1 square foot, planted densely at 2 to 3 inches apart, you can harvest multiple salads per week for 4 to 6 weeks. Then you pull it, replant immediately, and repeat. With succession planting, that same square foot can produce for 3 to 4 months straight. Choose varieties like red sails, black-seeded Simpson, or oak leaf for repeat harvesting, and Jericho for heat tolerance. And because lettuce is low-growing, it fits into spaces other crops do not use, along edges, in front rows, or beneath taller plants. That means it often produces food from space that would otherwise sit empty. Crop number 5 is the one most people underestimate, and it is the highest output crop on this list when grown correctly. Pole beans. Not bush beans and pole beans specifically. A single pole bean plant takes up just 4 to 6 inches of ground space at the base of a trellis. From that tiny footprint, it climbs 6 to 8 feet upward and produces continuously for 8 to 10 weeks. One plant can produce 1 to 2 pounds of beans. 5 or 6 plants along a single trellis can produce 6 to 12 pounds from roughly 1 square foot of ground space. That is one of the highest yields per square foot you can achieve. And unlike bush beans, which produce once and stop, pole beans keep going for months. The reason is simple: vertical growing converts unused height into production. Instead of competing for ground space, the plant expands upward into space that costs you nothing. In my smallest garden, a single 3x3 bed, pole beans on a back trellis produced more total food by weight than any other crop in the bed, including the tomato. When square footage is limited, height is free. And pole beans use that height better than any other vegetable I have grown. And this is the system behind all 5 of these crops. High output, small space gardening is not about fitting more plants into the same space. It is about stacking production across time and space. Tomatoes and pole beans grow upward, using vertical space. Zucchini produces high volume from a single plant. Bush beans cycle quickly, allowing multiple harvests in the same footprint. Lettuce fills gaps and produces continuously from areas that would otherwise go unused. When you combine these together, every square foot is either producing now or about to produce next. Nothing sits idle. That is the difference between a garden that looks full and one that actually feeds you. The goal is not variety, it is efficiency. Because when you choose crops that produce over time and arrange them into a system, even a very small garden can produce a surprising amount of food across an entire season. If you want to see exactly how to arrange these crops into a layout that runs continuously from spring through fall, watch the 9-square-foot garden video next. It takes this exact system and turns it into a complete planting plan that can feed one person from a space smaller than a kitchen table.